Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you very much for coming. Wednesday session in this Portland Zen Sangha. I'm very glad that our members are reducing its own number week by week. Because when Jesus, he left the crowd and going up to the mountain, only few disciples followed him. At the summit, Jesus gave Dharma talk. Very important message. Logos, living words. So this kind of living words, logos, is hard to accept it, hard to be accepted, or hard to accept it from your own heart, because we are already used to be in the fleshy affairs. That's why not many people can follow the Jesus. Even Lotus Sutra in Buddhism, same situation. When Buddha, he wanted to give very important message. 9/10 of people left immediately. So Jesus said, this teaching is very blessed. Only people who has been collecting his own central power listen to this Dharma and practicing and gain enlightenment. So the mountain is not the physical mountain, but the mountain is mountain of Logos. When you teach Logos, not many people follows you. But down the mountain, many people, if we are bringing prayers and chanting and asking logs and donations, many people will follow you. Charity job and so many things that we should do also. But every single Sangha affair should be done from our center. This is important message from our sages. Finally, what really Jesus wanted to tell us at the summit of the truth, the junction of our own heart, between himself and ourselves, what is existing out there? When Buddha, he transmitted his Dharma to his first disciple, Mahakashyapa, he said, this is not really belongs to teaching and learning system even, out of custom and cultures. It's not depending on words and phrases. This Dharma is standing alone before we bite the fruit of good and evil. So it is called phrase, P-H-R-A-S-E. Giving this phrase and taking out this phrase from your own heart is called Dharma cross-examination, like courtyard, lawyers do. And that is also called dialogue, and it's called living words. When I came here on this soil, United States, my friend, my students, my disciples taught me what is the Logos, because they brought the title and issues from the Bible. I was so astonished, so surprised. This is clearly the core teaching of the Buddhism, Zen Buddhism especially. Even not many Buddhist people know if this is important or not. Yeah. So it is very important. When I saw the Bible, every single corner, every single conversation, dialogue, is talking about it. The Logos is not just flying somewhere. It is talking about the true fact of our life, the truth of every single moment. But it's hard to understand, hard to know, because it is not depending on knowing or not knowing. The day before yesterday, at the wedding ceremony, I gave a talk. As you know, wedding is so important, and everybody believes that the truth between husband and wife is very important, the relationship. And that is very interesting calculation, different from mathematics. 1 plus 1 is what? Is 1 here. Yeah. So everybody's trying to get one truth, one love through the relationships. But when we see the oneness very carefully, if you say oneness, that is not already oneness. By any means, by any purpose, if you say this is one, the only one, now already in your mind there were already 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 million already. So that is the one of them, not just the absolute one. Because one does not know the one. It is like I cannot know the I. Because if no I myself, there is the I which is known and the I which is trying to know. That's not real I. Relative ideas. Means not different from good and evil, relative ideas. Yeah. So at the place where I cannot know I, you cannot know you, fire cannot burn the fire, water cannot wet the water. Many practitioners have been struggled with this point. Toss and turn all night long, praying and chanting and bowing 24/7. It's very hard to get through the point. Now you need a very sharp Excalibur to get through that very delicate situation. How could you do? As soon as you open your mouth, it's the other side of silence. Even though you're not talking anything, you talk too much. What do you want to do? Now you should turn yourself to the Logos. What really Jesus wanted to tell us. What really Buddha and Socrates and Confucius, Lao Tzu, Muhammad wanted to tell us. You should get the point. They never created any religions. They just told us the truth, which is very available, effective, and effective at this very moment. That you can take refuge any times. Then what is this? This question is important. Maybe you can say, what am I? Who am I? Who is talking like this? Who is hearing? Tons of questions are merging to the oneness. So as I told to Aaron and the Nanya, his new wife, I can ask you. Master Joju, ancient time in China, he was asked by a student, 10,000 matters. Matters means every single moment of, affair. 10,000 matters. Of course, we can say 10,000 dharmas. Dharma is teaching from the center, or learning teaching system. Yeah. 10,000 dharmas are going back to oneness. If you have a lot of problem, by any means, yeah, even priests, clergies, and monks has a lot of problem also in their mind. Yeah. but they are meditating. Even though you are struggling in a daily problem, but you can go back to the meditation when you meditate deeply. All problems gone. Now there is the only very clear truth is left in your heart. Now you say, oh, this is nice. All stress gone. Out somewhere. I don't have it now. Everything is becoming the very one truth itself. Yeah. But do not finish your meditation at the point. So the student asked the master, 10,000 affairs, matters are going back to oneness. Where is this oneness going back to? Now it's difficult to answer, right? Can anybody answer on it? It is obvious. Teaching of Jesus, teaching of Buddha, Socrates, you're seeing, hearing, talking, every single matter is going back to oneness. Oh, you can say that, oh la la, all teachings are same. It's one truth. No, because the oneness never knows oneness itself. If you say, this is one, you are still captured by doctrines and principles and knowledges. Don't be stupid. Don't play around down the mountain with the crowds. Come up to the summit. What really Jesus and Buddha wanted to tell us. Important. Logos, the living words. That's what we are sharing here. When other religions lost this lineage, but very kindly, Buddha transmitted this Logos lineage through the generations. Now, I think it is time to share together. Beyond the religions, beyond the philosophies, and jobs, ideologies, we should bloom our truthful flower from the place where we are living and dying. Yeah. So, Master Jojo, when he was asked this question, he answered, when I stayed in Cheongju, Cheongju is one of the big city in China at the time, about 1,000 years ago. When I stayed in Cheongju, I made my own robe, like this robe, and it weighed 7 pounds. Why did he say like that? What do you think he said like that? If you answer it, now you can answer any question from the Bible also. That's what I have been re-examining myself, my center on this soil. Wherever I'm going, I will proclaim this point to all of my friends. I think you can do that too, because we are in the same room now. Why do you think he said like that? If you cannot answer it, I will answer for you. A word, one word of a man is as heavy as tons of gold.